Certainly you can look at your life and see events that happen that are unpleasant, and recognize that this law of karma that at times brings those challenging events into your life only does so in its attempt to bring you back into balance once more. For when you achieve balance, you achieve a state of preservation, of that remembrance of your true identity. So in balance, you remember who you are. And that memory is a glorious gift that many souls lost in depravity upon your planet can only attempt to throw money at, and sometimes lots and lots and lots of money, in an attempt to buy their way into the happiness that seems to be so spontaneous and natural to others. It is all too common for you to look upon certain people who seem to have a good life on earth, and imagine for a moment what it would be like if you were in their shoes, and think how much better your life might be. Yet your own statisticians have shown time and time again that the excess of profits, the excess of money, and the compulsive pursuit of same oftentimes leads to a shackled prison of the mind that is no better than any other experience. As we did say on the What Is My Purpose CD, one of David's clients was in a trailer park, and on the same day he had another client who had a mansion. And it was very difficult to tell the two apart because their mindset and their issues and their struggles were almost identical. This was not to insult those who have very little money or those who have a great deal of money, as each person finds themselves at a state that they need to be in for that level of their learning curriculum. It is okay to have desires. It is okay to seek something. It is okay to pursue ways in which you can be more comfortable. Providing, of course, that if you desire to be on the positive path, you bear in mind that these efforts can always be adjusted in such a means as to figure out time and again how you may better be of service to others, how you may better become an embodiment of the very principles that you teach and espouse to others. This is not a time of failure and regret, but a time of opening the eyes to the newness of the wonder that this earth will become. For when this shift to fourth density that is so well anticipated and prophesied actually happens, you do not leave the earth. The earth does not become uninhabitable by any means. The earth becomes activated for life in fourth density, a life that is easily 100 times more harmonious than your life on earth now could ever be. The planet itself is transformed, becomes new, becomes whole in a way that it never before has understood. Because the planet itself is a sentient, conscious being. And that being right now is still a third density being that is awakening to fourth density. In some ways, you could think of the earth like a person. It has feelings, it has fears, it has doubts. But unlike each human being, it is on a set linearized curriculum of evolution, where its graduation day is known precisely in advance. It can be timed very accurately. The earth moves through its growth pains, and many of you will find yourselves tuning in to its energies and essences, finding the roots of your being going deep down into the center of the earth itself. Your guidance and your connection can make you stronger and purer and more complete as you learn to work with this ally, this sentient being that loves you and that provides you with fertile soil, with vegetables and fruits, with the animals of the field, the fish of the sea, the birds of the sky, and all the plentiful bounty that is the birthright of each person who comes here to be able to share in this natural abundance. As you have seen in your sojourns on earth, it is a beautiful place with emerald green forests and alpine mountains, with rollicking sand dunes and little crabs that scuttle along the surface, with great ancient landworks, with rainforests, with tall, gigantic trees, beautiful Adirondack forests, rolling green mountains, and also at times thrusting mountains, bold and stone-hewn from the very bowels of the earth itself. There are areas where there are hurricanes, there are areas where there are typhoons and mudslides, volcanoes, etc. But these areas are not simply defined by what goes wrong in them. They are defined by the activity and the energy that is pulsing through them, the very heartbeat of this planet. Imagine yourself now smiling with this sentient being, because it smiles at you. It feels you as you walk upon its surface, its back. It is with you. It thinks with you, it feels with you. Wherever you go, you are intimately connected to it. And you can help that being by working through your own issues in your own life. Sometimes you may have these grandiose goals for yourself and think that you cannot accept yourself as you are unless you accomplish X, Y, and Z in a certain linear order. But this is only a partial truth. For outside of all your ambitions and outside of all the lofty goals that you may have set for yourself, there is a moment. There is a peaceful moment that exists right now as you hear these words, and in that moment is completion. In that moment is renewal. In that moment is glory and joy and bounty and happiness.